This is my proudest accomplishment besides Enzo.
Fucking hot, but it's delicious.
You want to help mommy bake some croissants?
Croissant, oui oui. Well.
It's Enzo's first real YouTube video, and we're making some croissants. Bringing some pain au chocolat, and it's my first time making it, so we'll see how it goes. Enzo's gonna be my little sous chef. Hopefully they turn out good. It's gonna be a 24-hour process, so I'm starting Saturday at like 11:30. It'll be like brunch croissants, but let's do it. All right, so we're gonna start off by making the dough for the croissant. We have 605 grams or 4 2/3 cups of bread flour in the bowl. And then we also got 66 grams of sugar with 12 grams of kosher salt. So half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon plus half a teaspoon of salt. That's gonna go in. Then we have 7 grams or 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I'm using the Red Star going in. We're gonna the dough hook in, lock it. Enzo, you wanna turn it on? Ooh, look, it's moving. We're just gonna stir that on low speed until combined. Then we're gonna make a little well in the center. We're gonna pour in room temperature milk and water. We have half a cup or 120 grams of whole milk, room temperature. Pour that in. We're gonna do 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons or 214 grams of room temp water. Lock that in. Mix on low speed until a tight, smooth dough comes together around the hook, about 5 minutes. The dough has come together. The hook, cover with a damp paper towel. So this is what the dough looks like right now. Pretty raggedy. I'm just gonna roll it into a ball real quick. We're just gonna let that rest and let flour hydrate with the water and milk. Just let it sit there at room temp. I like to use a little plastic shower cap because it closes the bowl pretty well compared to like cling wrap. So we're just gonna let that rest for 10 minutes. Chunk 'em in. Mommy's filming a YouTube, okay? All right, the dough has rested for 10 minutes. We're going to put the hook back on. And then we have some butter that's chilling. We got 1/4 cup of unsalted butter cut into 1/2-inch pieces, 57 grams. We're just gonna add this all at once. Then we're gonna turn it on, medium-low speed, scraping down the bowl and hook once or twice until the dough has formed a very smooth, stretchy ball that is not the least bit sticky, 8 to 10 minutes. Just gonna scrape it down. All right, it's been 8 to 10 minutes. We got a nice dough ball. It's a little sticky. That's what it looks like. It's a lot softer. It smells very buttery, pretty yeasty. I'm just gonna roll it into a ball. It's very soft to work with. Okay, nice little ball. It's really soft. Then we're just going to take a knife. We're just gonna cut perpendicular plus sign. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna try it. And then the other way. So it looks like that, and that's supposed to help it rise into more of a square versus like a circle. We're gonna put it back into the bowl, and we're just gonna cover it again, and then it's gonna have its first rise at room temp. We want it to rise for 45 minutes to an hour, about 1.5 times its original size. Then we're gonna put it into the fridge to chill for at least 4 hours or up to 12 hours. Once the dough is chilling, we're gonna make the butter block. Dough has risen for about like 1.5 hours. I did a little bit longer because I feel like it wasn't rising that quick because it's like not that warm in here. But it's about 1.5 the original size. Just gonna cover that back up and put it in the refrigerator for another 4 hours. While that's chilling, we're going to start on our butter block, which is how you get that like flaky layered crust in croissants. But we're gonna use this Kerrygold butter, unsalted. You want it chilled so that the butter doesn't like break down and actually creates layers in the croissants. Okay, we're gonna weigh out 1.5 cups or 340 grams of this butter. Okay, we have the chilled butter going down. Fold the parchment paper over loosely. Going to lightly beat the butter. All right, so it's a little bit thinner and a little softer. We're just gonna unravel it, make it a little cleaner square. The butter is more pliable now, and I'm just pushing out to get all the air bubbles out so it's a nice uniform brick. And it's about 8 by 8 inches and about ½ an inch thick. There you have it. Nice and thin. There's our butter block. We're gonna put it into the fridge to chill while the dough chills, and then we're gonna laminate. Take the dough and place it into a plastic wrap that's perpendicular to each other and fold it up. I'm gonna roll a little bit to fill out the square and get the air pockets out, like similar to what we did to the butter. You want it to be about 8 inches each way. Here is the dough all rolled out. We're gonna put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. Dough is chilled. We had a nice guess appearance. Now we're gonna roll it out into 16 by 8 inches, and then we're gonna put the butter block in, close it on a lightly floured surface. Just gonna dust off the excess flour so we can put the butter in. Fold the croissant dough over the butter and then close the butter. I folded the top down and then folded the bottom down, and then they don't have to meet, but you just gotta pinch them. And then we're just gonna pinch the sides so the butter is fully enclosed. Okay, the butter's fully enclosed, and now we're just gonna turn the dough 90 degrees. So now I'm just gonna roll out the dough so it's like about 2 feet long. Hopefully the butter's doing okay. Rolled out, and now we're going to fold the dough halfway. Fold one more time in the middle. Now I got like a little book. I'm just beating it again to make it more uniform and flat. Freeze it for 20 minutes and then refrigerate for an hour. The dough's chilled for an hour. We froze it for 20 minutes, and now we're gonna roll it out again and then do some more folds. Flouring the work surface. Just gonna beat the dough again to soften the dough and lengthen it. Fold it into thirds. The dough has been frozen and chilled. Now we're gonna beat a little bit and then roll it out into the right dimensions. All right, we're gonna cover this with cling wrap and then freeze it. All right, hopefully you can hear me. It's 7 a.m. My husband and baby are still sleeping. I have a pan on the stove with some water that's gonna come to a boil. We're gonna put that in the oven to create an ideal proofing environment for the croissants. They're gonna proof for about 4 hours until we're ready to bake. All right, we're gonna roll it out one more time. I don't wanna yell. 16 inches long and then 15 inches wide. Going to add the chocolate in. These are a little skinny. I think I might have cut a little bit too much on the edge, so hopefully it's still good. So cute. We got the croissants proofing in the oven. See you in 2.5 hours. This is what they're looking like. We got the chocolate croissants on the top and then some random ones on the bottom. We're gonna chill them for 20 minutes in the fridge and then we're gonna bake them. Oh. It is time to finally bake. 24 hours later, the oven is preheated to 375. I whisked an egg yolk with about a tablespoon of heavy cream and I'm just gonna brush the tops. They look kind of small. I think I rolled them out a little bit too much, but first timer here, you know. And the butter might have melted a little bit when I was shaping them too. That's what they're looking like with the egg wash. Time for the oven. For 20 minutes. This is my proudest accomplishment besides Enzo. I already cut into it. Look at those flaky layers. Official taste tester.
What are you having? What is that one?
Chuck and man, we're almost done.
Oh la la. Oh wait. Chocolate hot. But it's delicious.
Nice and flaky.
Wait, I better go.